Hey friends, today we have a super delicious dish. We have my tofu asparagus in a special sauce that I made just from scratch. So stay tuned, I guarantee you guys will enjoy this dish. Bye! So you can go ahead and slice your tofu in the desired shape or size of your choice. Be gentle with it because as you see, it crumbles very easily. Alright, so I'm seasoning my tofu with a little bit of seasoning salt. And tofu is very bland, so it tends to draw whatever you put on it very easily. So you want to make sure you flavor that real nice to your liking. And a little bit of Italian seasoning all over this. Some rosemary. I'm gonna add a bit of soy sauce. So it will soak up all of this seasoning and marinate very nicely. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of my garlic and chili and ginger mix. So this is just going to give it that extra oomph of flavor and spices that I'm looking for. And then you want to gently just massage that throughout because you got to be careful because these do break up very easily. And you're not trying to crumple these, but you want everything to be mixed on there thoroughly. And once you've mixed it together nicely, you just want to go ahead and let this sit in this sauce for about 30 minutes. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and cut our asparagus now, and I find that the top cooks faster than the bottom. So you're gonna want to put these in your pot at different times. And I'm just chopping them in half and then just separating the bottom ones from the top ones. Alright, so we're going to begin slicing our sweet pepper. And the amount depends really on how much you want of this in your dish. And the size also depends on how you want it. So I'm going to be cutting mine about this big. Alright, so next we're going to slice our onion. And I'm just slicing mine this way so that when I'm done, I get pieces like these. So once your pot is nice and hot, you want to go ahead and just add a little oil to that. You can go ahead and add each of your tofu. And you just want to leave those and let those come to a nice little crisp. So you can begin flipping your tofu once they've gotten a nice little stage. See, some of them will crumble, but that's alright. We'll try to be as gentle as possible. A spatula might actually work a little bit better than what I'm using. So here I'm just mincing some garlic and a little piece of ginger. I'm going to use about half of this. And this kind of breaks it up a little bit. I'm just going to mince this together. So once all my tofu is done, I'm just going to go ahead and just place them on a little plate. So what I did here now is I just added a teeny bit of water to my pot after I fried my tofu because I want to soften up all of this dried ingredients in here because this is where all that deliciousness lies. So I just want to soften it up so that I can take this and put it in a dish to use for later when I'm putting everything all together. I'm just going to bring together just a little bit of oil. So I'm now going to saute my garlic and my ginger, and I want the oil to be fragrant. So once you put this in, you should smell that nice ginger and garlic fragrant smell from the oil. And you want to turn your stove down because you're not really trying to burn these. Alright, so once it's started to achieve this nice brown glaze color, we're going to go ahead and add our onions in and mix them in. Smells so good. Next, you can go ahead and add your sweet peppers. Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and add our asparagus. You can just add a few at a time. Alright, so I just went ahead and changed pots to a bigger pot so you guys can see what I'm doing better. So I'm going to throw in the rest of my asparagus in here, and I'm just going to give this a good little mix. Now I'm just going to season these with a little bit of my Montreal seasoning. You can use any seasoning you have. You want to make sure these have a good little flavoring on them. I'm also just going to add a tinge of black pepper to this, just a little bit. Alright, so now we need a little steam in our pot, and what I'm going to do, you can use chicken broth or chicken stock. So you want to ensure you add enough chicken broth or chicken stock to this, because you want to make sure that these are covered, and then you just want to cover this and bring them to a nice little simmer for about 10 minutes. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes, and as you see, everything has cooked down nicely in my pot here. And now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of chicken broth mixed with a little bit of cornstarch, and this will help to thicken up all of this nicely. So as you can see, the second I added, everything just begins to thicken up, so it's already thickened that gravy right up, if you can see. Alright, so all that goodness that we saved from our frying of our tofu, you can go ahead and add this right back. So here you have a better view of my pot. Now that everything's nice and thickened, you can go ahead and just add your tofu to this. And then you just want to mix that around. The thing with tofu, because it's so soft, you want to just gently mix it in to incorporate it with the gravy. You don't want to be too rough with it because you're not trying to break the cubes apart, but at the same time you want that to incorporate with the gravy. Alright friends, so the dish is all completed. You just want to go ahead and just mix this in just for about a few seconds, and then you can go ahead and serve and enjoy. This dish, you can top it off with just about anything, or you could just eat it just the way it is. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you for the next dish. Bye! Thanks for watching.